What's happening? Okay, so I'm trying to find which of the um, interview questions I have to focus on because I have different sections too. I have different sections, so I'm trying to see which one I would focus on. So sometimes it looks as if I'm repeating like what we have done so far. Like I'm trying to repeat everything. But the truth is this: care interview is the same all the time. The difference is not much. The only difference is that sometimes the question they will ask you may be particular to that trust or to that care home. Just like somebody that came up yesterday to say that she was asked about if a patient has been discharged and she go home, that patient forgot the insulin in their cupboard, and she was asked to go and you know clean the place also. So she got there, she saw the insulin. What is she supposed to do? Okay, so it is. And another question they ask her, what do you understand by confidentiality? Okay, and going through what I have here, through 10 healthcare assistant interview question, where I have where I wanted to use this one is tell us about yourself. Why do you want to become a healthcare assistant? Why do you want to work with us? She was asked this question: why do you want to work with us? What qualities do you think a healthcare assistant should have? Describe a time you provided excellent care. Um, what is your weakness? They didn't ask her, what are your salary expectations? What are your availabilities? How do you handle stressful situations? How do you prioritize your task? How do you maintain confidentiality? Yeah, so she said they asked her about 3 questions. Number one was, why do you want to work with us? The other one, confidentiality, and the other one, if a patient have left insulin, they are remaining insulin and left, what are you supposed to do? So I used to say, if you are familiar with all these questions, if you are familiar with them, sincerely, it is difficult for you to fail interview. Why? Because they keep on saying the same thing all the time. The same thing. But there are different ways one question can be presented onto you. One question can be presented in 10 different ways. For example, I'll show us something. There was something I did here. Good. There was something I did here. Look at this question. Can you describe what do you understand by safeguarding? They can also ask you this question this way. Why do you think safeguarding is important? They can also ask you, how do you ensure that the vulnerable people in your care are protected from abuse and neglect? They are still asking you the same question. They can also ask you, can you give us example where or how you have implemented safeguarding policies and procedures in your place of work? They can also ask you, what would you do if you suspect that a resident or a patient is being abused? They can also ask you, what is being abused? They can also ask you, how do you ensure that the residents are safe and supported? Hiya, Angie. Okay. They can also ask you, can you give us example how you have advocated for a vulnerable person in your care? So one question could be asked in different ways, but it is possible for you to answer the question and get it correctly if you understand what that concept is talking about. Now, when you talk about confidentiality, how do you ensure residents' privacy and confidentiality? Okay, they can. I have another. They can also ask you, how do you make sure that residents' information are kept safe? Good afternoon, Esther. How do you make sure that resident information are kept safe? How do you protect residents' information from getting into unauthorized person? So they are still asking you the same confidentiality. Do you get the point? So the thing is this, understand what the concept is all about, which is why in my videos, you always see that I explain a lot of things. Why I'm explaining, Mr. Shakes, good afternoon. Why I'm explaining those things is for you to understand what that concept is. It's not enough to cram it, like when you talk about safeguarding, you just cram it. That safeguarding is all about protecting the resident or the patient from all forms of abuse, harm, and neglect. It is not enough. But when you understand that safeguarding includes protecting the resident from anything that will cause them harm, it includes making sure you don't abuse them in any form. It includes knowing different types of abuse, because it is when you know what an abuse is. That is when you will avoid it. That is when you will not do it. You know, now, Mama T, thank you. There was a time we had one of our sisters some time ago that a resident had a fall. She was dragging her from the floor. You know, she was hitting the person. Maybe she was already angry. If you have anger issue, I'm sorry, healthcare job is not for you. Maybe she was already angry and she was dragging the man, hitting the man with pillow and all that without knowing that CCTV was recording her. If she understand, if she have trained herself on that concept, to know that this is against safeguarding and I can get into trouble. If she don't have that idea or that knowledge, then what she's doing, she will justify it. She will say, oh, he did this, he did that, I was trying to help. But if you have that knowledge, you would never, because you would know that this thing will get me into trouble. So it is good to know what a concept is all about. Yeah, I lost that account, my dear. This is the only account I have here. Okay, so it is good to know what a concept is all about, so that whichever way, however, or anyhow they twist it, you should be able to say something. Okay? In the case of incident, something happened, what are you supposed to do? A person had a fall, what are you supposed to do? If you have that knowledge that when somebody fall down, I am not allowed to lift that person from the floor. You have that concept, you have that knowledge, yes? When somebody fall down, I should seek for help. I should buzz, I should ring emergency, I should talk to the person to know if they are feeling okay, if they are responding. I should, if the person is, lying in a very bad um, position on the floor, uh, if permitted, I should put the person in a recovery position. If they say on the phone, maybe the ambulance asks me to do so. Otherwise, I will just have to, if you have those ideas in your head, anyhow they twist it, you can never fail it. Is it okay to go for induction for you get paid for your induction, my dear? You get paid for induction. It's part of the job. So that is it. Know the concept so that anyhow they throw the question, you'll be able to answer. Okay, it's not a rocket science. Anyhow they throw the question, you will be able to answer. So yeah, somebody says she's going for interview. I don't know if you are here. If you are here, I would like you to indicate so we can go by what you have, your job descriptions, your job position. So we can go by what you have. Otherwise, I will go with what I have here. The company doesn't pay. I'm sorry, my dear. I am not the company, so I don't know. I don't know what is going on. Okay, I wouldn't know what is going on, but you are supposed to. But sometimes reality and ideal thing are not the same. They conflict. The ideal thing is this, but does it happen in reality? So yeah, okay, you are here. I brought out this side of this book so we can use it. Why? Because it contains most of the interview questions and answers. So a question like tell us about yourself, and question like tell us about yourself and why you want to work with us. You see, they are not the same. Tell us about yourself and why you think you are fit for this job. It is not the same. Tell us about yourself and why you have applied for this job position. So you should know what to use at every point in time. First of all, telling them about yourself, like I said, you don't necessarily need to start, going into details about you. Because at the long run, they may also ask you questions about you. So if you have exhausted everything at the first time, what would you say? So describe yourself very brief. Highlight your qualification, like I said, your experience, your skill, your passion for the job, and what makes you fit for the job. Okay? Do not go in to tell them, I don't know, but just be very brief. Like telling them something like, my name is Anthony, I'm a graduate of what university. That is if you want, or I'm a graduate in so and so field. That is if you want. But me, I like to tell them that I'm a university graduate, just in case they don't know. Even though they have my CV, I used to tell them I'm a university graduate of so and so. This is what I studied. Then I jump immediately that currently this is what I'm doing. I am into care. I work in a nursing home. I work in a rehabilitation home. I work with young adults. Where are you working? You tell them where you do so and so. Where I support them with my day-to-day, with their day-to-day activity, such as personal care, if you are giving personal care. Encourage them, help them to engage in activity, anything, whatever thing they want to do for the day, you are there to support them. Quickly you jump to the job have helped you to acquire some skills that have been helping you, such as being able to work as a team. Patience. I'm telling you, patience is a virtue. Like in this job, you need patience. If you don't have it, if you cannot endure, you cannot do it. Tell them that you've got skills like being able to work as a team, management skills, you know how to prioritize your task. You know how to communicate to the resident. You've got a very good, perfect communication skill on how to communicate with the resident. And this have helped you a lot to manage the resident or the patient or whoever you are caring for whenever they are showing some signs of, aggressions or any challenging behavior. So you know the right word to use at every point in time, both to your colleagues and to the resident, because you are not just working only with the resident. You are able to work as a team. You are honest, just few skills or qualities you think you have that is relevant to that job you are seeking for. Okay? So tell them your passion, that you love to help. I applied for this job because I love to help vulnerable people who are not able to help themselves. That's why I want to do the job. I love to help them because I know if I'm not there, they won't be able to achieve what they want to do. I like to be the reason they are happy. Okay, there's no way you will tell a recruiter that you want to do this job because this is what you are happy doing. This is your dream job. This is what you love to do. There's no other reason. That's the only reason I give. So that is it. There's no too much question, like no too much talk. My name is Patricia. I'm a graduate of microbiologist. Currently, I work as a care assistant or senior care assistant or whatever in a nursing home, in a dementia home, in whatever place you are working currently. Okay? You can also tell them your qualification. You have acquired NVQ level 3 or care certificate due to the passion you have for the job. It's helped you to acquire. It's motivated you to acquire other certificate. This is you telling them about yourself and why. Because somebody that wants to go far in a field, in a job position, will do everything possible to acquire more certificates that will help her or him, because the more you get certificates, the more you learn. So that is it. I will run it again. My name is Juliana. I am a graduate of Nnamdi Azikiwe, where I studied microbiologist. Currently, I work in a dementia home where I support the residents with their day-to-day activities. Okay, I have acquired a lot of skills while doing this job, such as being able to work as a team. I have good communication skill. I am able to communicate to both the residents and my staff and my colleagues, not my staff, sorry, both the residents and my colleagues in a way that the communication is clear, we understand each other. I've got patience because I understand that this job requires you to have a lot of patience to be able to handle the residents, especially when they are showing some signs of challenging behaviors. I've also acquired NVQ level 3, NVQ level 5, whatever qualification, care certificate, I've acquired it so far. This is the certificate I've acquired. I love to do this job, or I applied for this job because I love to help people. I love to be the reason people smile, especially the vulnerable ones, those who are not able to help themselves. I love to help them. This is why I want to become a healthcare assistant, or this is why I am a healthcare assistant. If you are already a healthcare assistant, there's no point saying this is why I want to become a healthcare assistant. If you are not yet, maybe you are coming from home, you did care at home, so your experience, I will still have to answer this question as a person who have not worked in a care home before, because somebody asked me that question yesterday. I don't know if she's here. If you are not yet working in a care home, but maybe back home you took care of somebody. Okay, yeah, you took care of somebody. Your mom, your dad, your sister, your granny, your parent. You can tell them, my name is Regina. Okay, you've not worked here. My name is Regina. I just finished my university, and all this while before I came to this country, my mom or my dad fall sick. You are free to mention any sickness they have. Yeah, whatever sickness, the condition they have. And you have been the one helping them, supporting them, taking them for hospital appointment, You give them bath or wash, you feed them, you sit them up and feed them. You give them their medication. You always stay with them, encourage them, have conversation with them so they don't feel bored. And when you arrive in this country, you find out you can also progress in this field as a career. Because all those while you were caring for your mom or whoever you put in that position, all this while you are caring for them, you discovered a part of you that is happy that somebody who is not able to do something is happy because you are there to help them to do so. I want to do this job because I am happy that somebody who is not able to do something, that you were there to help them to make that thing to be fulfilled. So you are happy that somebody else is happy because of the help you render to them. You see how I connected it? So the experience you had back home exposed you to understand that somebody that is less privileged, somebody that is vulnerable, is not able to do something. But because you are there, you help them to eat, you help them to have a shower, you help, I know you're, yeah, you help them to have shower, you help them to go to hospital appointments, you help them with their medication. And all this while you were doing it without pay, you were just happy that you are able to help. You abandoned everything just to help, to make sure they are fine. Now you are in this country. You find out you can actually become a carer and make it your career. So you want to pursue that career because you want to be the reason people are happy. Okay, so somebody like me or another person who is going for a higher position, I used to tell them that I applied for this position because I went through the job advert. The services they offer is in line with what I love to do. I love to own my care facility tomorrow. And I want it to be a place where only residents or only people suffering or that have dementia will be taken care of. So, like I used to tell people, if I want to look for a job in a different place, it must be where they offer dementia services. Okay, is either they want to start it or it is what they are doing. Why? Because I have that dream that in the nearest future I will have to go back to my country to establish a facility where I will have to take care of people with dementia. So I working with your care home or with your company will give me that opportunity to learn how to care for them the more. So it depends on your level, you know. I hope you guys understand what I passed my second interview just this morning because of your video. God bless you. Bless you too. Congratulations. So I hope you guys understand the levels I'm going. It's difficult but rewarding job. Yes. Hiya. Care job is difficult, but I don't know for other people. If a resident is becoming challenging, they are cursing you, saying a lot of things, if you can be able to make them smile in the midst of those times they are saying those bad words, you will feel this relief in you. Like if a resident is becoming challenging, they are fighting everybody, and you happen to be the lucky person, they accepted what you offered to them. There is this joy. I don't know if it happens to any other person. So, and that is the joy we are talking about. You are happy because you are the reason they are happy. You are happy because their clothes is dirty. You are the person that change it for them. Because if you are not there to change it, they will remain in it. So I hope I've done justice to that question. Tell us about yourself, why you want to do this job. Tell us about yourself, and tell us about yourself and why you want to do this job. Tell us about yourself and why you think you are fit for this job. Tell us about yourself and why you want to work with us. I think I've done justice to that. Yes, Reina. So if a question comes like that, you should know how to position yourself. Yeah? Good. You should know how to position yourself. I'll move to the next one. I have Nana, ask your question, my dear. Ask your question. I'm here. I'm reading it. Ask your question. If anybody have question, they are free to ask. Okay, so another thing is, why do you want to become a healthcare assistant? This question, when I was explaining, tell us about yourself and why you want to. I've already answered it. But just in case the question comes again, why do you want to? Thank you. Why do you want to become a healthcare assistant? I will use myself as an example and I will go first. Already, I am a healthcare assistant. Okay, but before I became, why did I want to become a healthcare assistant? It is simple. I am a teacher from my country before I came to the United Kingdom. How did I develop interest in becoming a teacher? In my classroom, once the teacher I'm very, very intelligent. Okay, people that knows me from school, primary, secondary, university, they all know. So once the teacher finished teaching, if any of my friend is, they were like, oh, I don't understand, I'll be like, come, I will teach you, I think I understand it. If we are in a group and they say you have a project to defend, if others are doing, no, I don't want to, I don't want to come and talk to the crowd, I don't want to, I'll tell them, I will do it. I will prepare for that defense or project or whatever. I will come and tell them in the group, this is what I have prepared. Back then in the university, when we were preparing for each semester exam, my room used to be full of people because we are learning. Because I studied biology, a lot of biological terms, and I know how to pronounce them. So I love to help. And at the end, if our result is out, I passed, this person passed, I used to be very happy. So within me, I love to help people. Just like I'm helping people that is listening to me now, maybe those preparing for interview. I love to help. It's a selfless thing. Like, I don't need your money or anything to help you. Okay, so bringing it into care, I want to become a healthcare assistant because I love to help. And who do I love to help? I love to help the lesser people. I won't say lesser, but somebody who do not have ability to do something I can do for them. So I love to help them. That sentence alone is enough. There is no too much thing to say. They are not able to have shower. I love to be the reason they have their shower for the day. Do you know that I plait my residents' hair? Because I know when I plait their hair, they look beautiful. When I comb it, they look nice. They may not have that opportunity to do it, that capacity to remember, I need to have shower, I need to eat, I need to take my medication, I need to do this, I need to do that. They don't have that capacity anymore. But because I still have the capacity and I love to help, that is why I am there helping. So that answers the question. Nena, how can someone know when a resident is happy with you? How can someone know when a resident is happy with you? Oh, okay, it's fine. Bulos is fine. It doesn't matter. You can still write something good, so it's fine. Thank you for coming around. Someone is asking me from YouTube. She said, how can someone know when a resident is happy with you? It is simple. How do you know that your mom is happy with you? How do you know that your dad is happy with you? How do you know that your friends are happy with you? It is simple. If a resident is not happy with you, they wouldn't let you attend to them. They'll be like, leave my room. I don't want to see. They will tell you straight up. If somebody is not happy with you, you are coming to offer, they will chase you. They don't want you. They don't want you. So you know they don't want you. And remember, I work with residents with dementia. It is a question from an interview. Okay. So how I would answer it is this. I will know that a resident is not happy with me if when I offer them care and they reject, I get somebody else to do so and they accept. I would assume maybe they are not happy with me, they don't like me, maybe they don't want me to do that. I will go and re-strategize and come back next day or later to see what happens. Remember, if a resident have got capacity, They can tell you, I don't like you, leave my room. So sometimes they can say, hello, your YouTube helped me a lot during my HCA interview. I was offered the job. Yeah. Congratulations. Just be hopeful, yeah? Be hopeful. So if a resident is refusing care from me, the resident does not want to see me, they are shouting, leave my room, I will assume they are not happy with me. But if they have got dementia, just know that at that point in time, their head have said to them, we don't want this person. So I would go. That's why I say I would go re-strategize. What will I do? I would offer them coffee, tea, whatever thing I know, because she or she's my resident. So I already know what they like. I will offer it to them. Then I will come back. But some residents, they don't like you, they don't like you. Whatever thing, even if you can even give them the tea, they will pour it on you. Do you know that they can pour you tea? They will pour the hot tea on you because they don't want to see you. Okay, so but you just have to continue being nice to them. So if I am in that interview room, that is what I would answer. Some of them, they will not want to talk to you. Maybe they're not happy with you. You may not have done anything to them, but this might be the problem. It is not your fault. Your face might be the problem. It is not your fault. Your appearance might be the problem. It is not your fault. That is how you are. It's not your fault. So there's nothing you would do. Is to go and re-strategize and come back again, or you let your colleague attend to them. I go to the next question. Why do you want to work with us? Your YouTube video helped me during my interview. Oh, congratulations. Why do you want to work with us? I used to say, when you are applying for a job, sometimes in a day we can do like 30 job applications. And I will be honest, when we are doing this application, we don't read about the company. We don't. That is the honest truth. But by the time the company send us an invite to say, oh, we are inviting you for job interview, this and that, please confirm. Once you confirm, go online where you, because when they send you request, invite, the name of the company will be there. Thank you, Lady Good. Go online, type that company's name on Google and find out what that company is all about. What services are they into? Are they into dementia care? Are they into, we have nursing home, we have residential homes, we have rehabilitation homes. What services are they into? So you can be able to tell them why you want to work with them. It could be career progression, yes. In what? What services are they offering? So it could also be the values of the company that attracted you. There was a time I went for interview in Debbie. One of the reasons I went for that interview was one of their values states that they needed minority group in their midst. Those minority group includes me, people from my side. Okay. Also, there was a place they included equality, that they give everybody equal treatment, they give everybody equal opportunity. So such trust, if you join them, it is possible that you can grow faster than you never imagined. So what really attracted you to them? So sometimes it is best to answer that question with the type of services that organization is offering, or the type of values they have. So that when they ask you, you tell them you want to work with them because the type of services you read on websites that they offer is of your own interest. It interests you because For example, if they said that maybe this is a nursing home, for example, you can tell them that you want to work in a place. Some nursing home, they've got nurses working with them. You want to work with them because um you love to help those you love to help the vulnerable people in the nursing home. Have I worked in a nursing home before? I am not sure if I worked in a nursing home, so I cannot use that example. I don't know what nursing home looks like, but my sister that worked there said you people have a lot of too much hoisting, those so many hoisting up. I don't want to go there because I've never worked in a nursing home. My specialty is dementia, so I will always use dementia. I don't know what you do in your nursing home. I don't know. So read what is in their website so you can be able to use it and answer. Like me, like I said, these two questions, I've explained it before. If I want to join any organization, it must be dementia. And that dementia, why do I want to work with them? Because I want to own my facility tomorrow where I will have to care for residents with dementia. So find out what services they offer, or find out their goals. If their goals aligns with yours, one goal is enough. If it's equality, for example, they have equality as part of their goals, the values of the company or whatever. You can just tell them that what attracted you is when you went on their website, you read that one of their goals include equality, and you love where everybody is being treated equal. It gives you that confidence that if you are successful with your interview, that you will receive equal treatment. That your skin color, no, not go to skin color. There will be no partial treatment, because the goal of the company has said everybody will receive equal treatment and equal opportunity. You have that confidence that when you join them, you will have equal opportunity just like others to grow. So one is enough. You don't have to say too much. I don't know if you understand. So find out what interests you. But for you to answer properly, you need to read about the company, maybe the organization values, the services they offer. So you have to find something there to see what interests you. What is of your own interest that they are doing. You use it and answer that question. I move to number 4. What qualities do you think a healthcare assistant should have? This question can also be asked in this way. Tell us the qualities you've got that is essential for this job. They can also ask you, tell us about your skills as a carer, or what skills do you have that is relevant to this job, or they can ask you, what are your strengths? So one question could be asked in different ways. Now, when we talk about strengths or qualities, these things are something in you. Your qualities, your skill, your strength. This is something in you. Let me separate skill from there, because sometimes skills, we can learn it, we can acquire it. But strength is something in you. It is inside. Okay, so if they ask you about your strength, as a healthcare assistant, being patient is a very essential quality. Patient. But I also like you to understand that patience can also be a skill. I used to explain this thing. What do I mean? Sometimes we learn something, and when we learned that thing, we keep on doing it. Over a time, it will be part of us, because this is what we do continuously all the time. For example, a teacher is always teaching. Every morning they are teaching, every time they are teaching. After some time, it will become part of them, that even when you wake them up, they will start teaching immediately. So to some of them, to be teaching a skill. They learned it. They never even the person never thought of being a teacher, but maybe because of condition, she find herself being a teacher. And while doing that, she fall in love with being a teacher. And before you know it, she acquired a lot of skills on how to make people learn and understand. But there are some people who do not even go to school. But when they teach you, you must learn it. Okay, so a strength to one person can be a skill to another person. That is what I'm trying to explain. Something that is a strength to me, teaching is a strength to me, but to another person, to sweet Emily now, teaching could be a skill. Both of us are doing fine because this is what she has been doing over time. She learned it, she fell in love with it, it becomes part of her. This is what is in me. I don't even need to read about anything. I will just tip. So both of us are doing fine. So if they did not separate it for you, most times they don't even do that. If they did not separate it for you and ask you about your strength, please say, oh, okay, first of all, as a healthcare assistant, these things I'm about to mention are the skills you are expected to have. One, empathy, patience, team working, time management, um, what again? Flexibility, teachable, compassion, honesty, good communication, yeah, good communication skill, recording or documentation. Yeah, all these things are skills or qualities or strengths. So just it is the same. Let me not make it confusing. It is the same. But why I try to separate it sometimes is somebody have gone for interview and when she came back, she said, they asked me about my strength. The other person that was interviewing me with her also asked me about my skill. I became confused. Okay, so do not be confused. That thing you said to this person as your skill, tell it to the other person as your strength. They are the same. Okay, they are the same. So your skill, your strength, your qualities, it could be good time management. If you see a staff that manages their time properly, it makes them outstanding. Others will be struggling. He or she have finished what she's doing. Because why? She manages her time, so she knows what to do and what not to do at every point in time. Patience, being able to endure, because these people will push you. They will tell you things, they will say a lot of things. If you don't have patience, you cannot do it. Good communication skill. You must be able to know how to communicate. You must be able to know how to communicate, because good communication skill will enable you to manage resident or patient challenging behaviors. Take for example, a resident is shouting, banging on the door. Even this is a scenario-based question. You come to work in the morning, the resident is crying, they have packed their bag, they are banging on the lift, crying they want to go home. What do you do? So whatever answer you will give them is testing two things. One, your problem solving skill. So you can also tell an interviewer that one of your skill is problem solving. That you know how to solve a problem between you and your colleague, between you and the resident, the people you care for. So they are checking your problem solving skill and they are checking your communication skill, because for you to answer that question, you have to tell them what you would do to de-escalate it. Because if you don't, it will escalate. Okay, so good communication skill is very very essential. You guys will agree with me that if you are applying to NHS, when you check the essential criteria, most times they will write ability to communicate effectively. Okay, so sometimes when they are asking you questions during interview, Juliana, how are you? They are not only asking you to get answers, they are also assessing your level of communication skills, how you are able to communicate. Okay, somebody is asking about STAR method. We are coming there. Don't worry. We are preparing somebody for interview, so we are coming there. STAR method is coming. It is here. Okay, so whichever way they ask you, what qualification do you think, what qualities, not qualification, what qualities do you think a healthcare assistant should have? That answer is testing you, because you are the healthcare assistant too, and they're asking you what qualities do you think you should have to do this job. So do not think you are answering that question on behalf of another person. What they are asking you is, tell us your qualities, because it is the quality you have as a healthcare assistant is what you will tell them that a healthcare assistant should have. You are welcome, Juliana. So your strengths, your qualities, your skills must be, you must not have all, but as a healthcare assistant, you have to be empathetic. So empathy, patience, good communication skill, ability to work as a team. I always advise people, do not forget it. Being able to work as a team is something you should never forget. Time management, honesty. Tell them that you are very honest. You admit to your, to your faults. You take responsibilities. You don't try to cover it up. If anything have gone wrong, you come out to say it by yourself. You don't hide it. Okay, so yeah, compassion, being teachable, being flexible, and so many other ones. So if you have something special, you can also add. Okay, I move to the next one. Describe a time, or tell us what you understand by excellent care. What you understand by excellent care. So I used to say that excellent care means providing high quality care to a patient or a resident. Now, what makes a care excellent? A care is excellent when there is good communication, when that care is timely. What do I mean by timely? There are some people, when they go to offer a resident something, or when they go to attend to a resident, they will take 100 years before they come out. In fact, that resident will even get tired. They are very slow, very sluggish. You want to give the person share, you keep the person in the bathroom for going to 1 hour. Doing what? It's not excellent. So you want to attend to them, you are not communicating, no dignity. Repeat that question. I said, what does excellent care mean to you? Okay, what does excellent care mean to you? Or if they want you to use STAR method, which that person is saying, they could say, tell us about a time you provided excellent care, which I'm coming to that. But I need us to understand what an excellent care means. So if they ask you to describe, you should know how to put your words together, so that whatever thing you are saying should be excellent. So a care is excellent if that care is of high quality. What do I mean? If there is good communication going on between you and the resident. If you are involving that resident in that care. Do you know what I mean by involving them in the care? You notice something, you ask them, they answered. You ask them question, they answered. You try to get them involved. You are giving them shower. You did not just do everything for them, no. But at some point, you gave them the flannel. Wipe your face for me. The person will wipe face. No matter how he or she did it, it doesn't matter. For the fact that they still remember where their face is, you are doing great. You take them to the wardrobe. It's time to dress up. Do you want to select anyone? Do you have any favorite color to wear and all that? So it's just you carrying them along. You want to pour water on their body. For all of us here, when you go to the hospital, even those that go for antenatal, when you go to the hospital and they want to put, that gel on your tummy to check baby, the person inside that room, that person attending to you, that healthcare worker will say to you, oh, I want to put the gel will be a little bit cold. They will tell you what the thing looks like, what you should be expecting. True or false? Let me know in the comment section. They will tell you what you should be expecting, so that when they put it, you will not jump up. Why didn't you jump up? Because she already told you that, oh, something is coming, this is a gel, it's not harmful. This is them involving you in what they are doing. So you providing excellent care, you are also involving the resident by telling them, okay, I want to put the shower on, I want to wash your back, I want to do this one, can I comb your hair, I'm about to comb your hair, I want to put cream. Excellent care. Communication is ongoing. The windows are shut down everywhere. Dignity is being maintained. You notice this person is not eating food. Why is this person not eating now? You need excellent care. You need to do something. What did you do? What did you observe? So it cut across everything we do at home. It's not just about personal care. Okay, so here I gave some examples here. Yeah, that was this example I used, where I noticed that somebody is not able to eat properly with others, not finishing his food or whatever. So we felt maybe they don't like the food, without knowing that when I observed, I found that he finds it difficult to lift the spoon, the normal spoon we use. These people, they are old and they go back to it. How a baby, because back home, not if where anywhere we are, if we have a child, we used to buy them the rubber spoon or rubber fork, because it is very, very light for them to use. But in some care homes, they try to make it 5-star, so their spoons are golden in color. They are quite a little heavy, so sometimes their hands are shaking, they've got Parkinson, they don't understand what to do. So when I observed that, I had to suggest that maybe we should change. Okay, how did I put it? I said I observe that a resident is not eating just like every other person in the dining room. So I try to assist that resident to eat. I ended up feeding the person. The same thing with the fluid. I tried to help. I ended up giving them. But when you give it to them to drink, they will drop the cup, they will drop the spoon. So I suggested that maybe we should change the cup they are using into plastic and change the spoon and fork they are using. The chef did that, and we saw improvement. It happens that the spoon and the fork, or whatever culturally we used to give them, that particular resident finds it difficult to lift it as a result of Parkinson and all. So this is me identifying something, communicating. Effective, excellent care also involve good collaboration, like I said, team working, having good communication. I identified something, I communicated, I collaborated with who? With the chef and maybe my manager, because I have to inform my manager. And a change was made. When that change was made, we saw effect. Okay, so this is what excellent care is all about. You could be asked, what do you understand by excellent care? Or for you to describe a time you did it, or if you have done it. So this little story I told us now is what STAR method is all about. Somebody here was typing STAR method. I know you will not understand that thing she said. If you go to my videos, they are there. Maybe not on this one, not on this page. Chinonso. Guys, I had a page over 60,000 followers. I lost it. So on that page was all interview questions. But luckily for me, when I was uploading there, I was just casually uploading on YouTube. So if you go to the YouTube, it is there. All you need to do is to type Julie Peters is there, or you type healthcare assistant interview. You will see this small head pop up. It is there. Okay, so, or support worker interview, whatever, you will see me. I will pop up. Or you type my name, you will see me there. I will pop up. There was a place I thought about, star method. So I just type the name under the comment section. So star method is just STAR, we know. S stand for situation, T stand for task, A stand for action, and R stand for result. Okay, so normally we use this star method to answer behavioral related interview questions. What do I mean? When the interviewer paints a scenario for you. Let me see if I have got any scenario here. I've got none, but I will paint it on my head. I will use what happens on a daily basis in the healthcare. You've got a resident who you went to give personal care to. They are declining, they are shouting, they don't want to have wash, they don't want to do anything. What do? You came to work in the morning, a resident have packed their bag, they are crying, they want to go home. What do? You met two residents fighting each other. What do? So, tell us, they can also ask you, tell us about a time you went above and beyond to do something extraordinary for a resident. It could be, tell us about a time you offered, tell us about a time you used your initiative to do something when nobody was supervising you. So all these things is either they paint a scenario for you. I think I've got where I did that. Is either they paint a scenario for you, or they will ask it as a direct question and you will answer that question by using storytelling. Now the storytelling will be it will be a scenario. It does not have to happen, it must not be happening, it must never happen, but it could be that you put yourself, just like we have storytelling now. Most storytelling they are not real, they never happen, but you imagined, okay, if I'm driving now and maybe somebody come to knock on my door, they want to have access to my car. What I would do, I would just press the central lock and everywhere will lock. I will speed off. It does not mean maybe it has never happened to you, or maybe you've not seen anyone it happen to, but you are painting that scenario you are imagining, if this thing happens, this is what I would do. So I used to remind people that painting a scenario is not you lying. It's not a lie. It is you putting yourself in a position that if this thing happens, this is what I would do. So if the care home or the interviewer paint a scenario for you, it could be that such thing had happened in their care home. It could be that such thing happened elsewhere. Or it could be that if such a thing happened, what would you do? So I like you to understand that you are not lying, but you are putting yourself in a position, in a situation, if this thing happened. Tell us about a time you went above and beyond to do something extraordinary for a resident. Maybe you're not even a carer. You have never seen yourself in that field. But there was a time you did something for your sister. Maybe there was a time you helped your sister or your brother to do something and they were so surprised. They never believed that you can do that. For the fact that they were surprised that they never believed, that was extraordinary. I don't know if you're understanding me. So sometimes it could be that such things have happened. Sometimes it could be that It never happened. So you are just saying it and you are giving answer just in case you find yourself in that situation. This is what you would do. So let me answer that question. Let me start with the behavioral one. You came to work in the morning, a resident was crying. They used to ask this question, oh, a resident was crying, but yes, Juliana, they used to banging on the door, crying that they want to go home. What do you do? Most times we witness this. Carers in the house, you will agree with me, we witness it. What do? We don't shout at them to start saying, where are you going? This is your home. Stop disturbing us. We don't do that though. What we do is we greet them. Hello, Juliana, are you fine? Why are you crying? I want to go home. They kidnapped me here. I want to go. Okay, you want to go home. All right, come with me. Let's go and get ready. Come with me. Let's go and get ready. You want to? Let's go and get ready. I've packed my bag. Everything is ready. Book the taxi. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Because she is my resident, I already know what they like. You know, most of them love coffee. Many of them like cup of tea. So whichever one he or she likes, I will make it and I will offer it to them. Put biscuits, make cup of tea, put biscuit, bring it and, okay, can you have your tea and biscuit? Let's get ready. This life is not active. We have detected inactivity during your current life. Please complete verification to continue your life. So why? I cannot be talking and be typing at the same time. So if people are not typing, sending roses, if you have, I cannot be talking and be typing, the life will go off. What can I do? So if the notification is coming, it means people that are watching are not doing what they should do. So the life will go off. So if I make a cup of tea and add biscuits, this one is, thank you, New Beth. This one is the magic this one does. It does a lot of magic. The way they will abandon the bag, thank you, the way they will abandon it and follow you, by the time they will finish that cup of tea and biscuit, you win already. In fact, they will be drinking it. You will start personal care, you will start your check, you will start everything you are doing. In fact, it is done. So if you're already working in care, you know what I'm saying. This is what we do. So whenever they are becoming challenging, we find what they love to redirect their attention. We find what they love. Before, we use the word to distract them. But the recent training I had said we shouldn't use the word to distract them. They are not keys. Thank you, Mr. Shooks. Rather, we should use the word redirect their attention, because at that point in time, their attention is focused on one thing. So when you offer the word they like, you have redirected their attention to that cup of tea they are sipping and biscuits. Yes? So that is how to answer that question. Tell them that what you would do is that you approach them with good communication skill. You approach them, speak to them nicely. You will offer them what they like. In fact, I would like to tell you a little story. I've got a resident. What I'm about to say now is, this question, you can answer it direct or you can tell them a story. Now, it is in that story that STAR method comes in. Because it's either you tell them that you will redirect their attention by offering them what they like and speaking to them nicely. If you said that, you are good to go. Remember, I like to put my answers in a way that if you are already working in the care home, you are good to go. If you are not yet working, you are good to go. Okay? So if you are not yet working, you can say something direct. You will find something to redirect their attention. Because I am still putting you back to STAR method. My mom or my dad who have got dementia or not, or who was sick, who are looked after. Sometimes they are tired, they are bored, so they try to create some stress at home. They are challenging. So if they are like that, what I used to do is I used to offer them what they like. My mom or my dad or my granny used to like Coca-Cola. So what I would do is to just buy her the Coca-Cola, and once she have it, she's fine. This is you using STAR method. So how did I get into that STAR method? When you said to them, your mom or your granny you looked after, who is sick? That is the situation. Sick. Okay? Sick and what? Sometimes she's challenging, she's bored, she might be feeling pain, so she will not be settled, she will be, troubling everybody and all. That is the situation. Now, you have a task to do. What task do you have? To find a way and calm them down. Liz, thank you. Find a way and calm them down. That is the task you have. Now, what is your action? Your action is that because they like Coca-Cola, you go out to buy Coca-Cola for them. So you bought Coca-Cola. That was your action, and you gave it to the person. Yes? What was the result? They drowned the Coca-Cola and they were fine. So it is not a rocket science. I will give us more and more example. Number 2, you have a resident who you offered personal care and they declined. They are incontinent. You really need to bring them out because they are soaking wet. You can't leave them, because if you leave them, they are at risk of pressure sore. They can develop pressure sore, skin tear, and all that. So what do? You offer them the first time, they refuse. You record it. You went and re-strategized and came back again. Now, this time around, you ignore that they are soaking wet. Then you offer them what they like. Cup of tea, coffee does magic. You can use it 10 times during interview. Offer cup of tea or chocolate, offer them a drink that they like with biscuit or whatever. After that, they forgot about they don't want to have wash. Or when they were taking it, I was, chatting with her. Oh, it looks like you are soaking wet. How did it happen? Of course, they would tell you, I don't know. Or they would tell you, somebody have come in here to pour water on me. Then you can say to them, okay, can we change it? So they might agree to just change without having wash. It is fine. On a very good day, maybe the next day they can have wash. But the goal at that point in time is to change that wet cloth, change the wet bed sheet, and give them a dry one. So if they refuse to have shower that day or wash that day, maybe because they are feeling cold, or you leave them, tomorrow you come back. Okay, so tell us about that one bygone. Tell us about a time you went above and beyond to do something extraordinary. Now, this question, you really need to tell a story. Tell us about a time. Describe about a time. You really need to tell a story. Do not forget. They used to ask this question. Tell us about a time you used your initiative to do something. You went above and beyond to do something. So they want to know when or at a time you supported a resident to do something outside, outside the normal schedule, which is still not against the law or against the care plan. So what goodness you did for them. For example, you've got a child. Somebody brought his or her own child to your home. They did not bring extra clothes. The baby finished eating poo and all that. The clothes were messed up and you cannot leave that baby like that because the mother did not bring extra clothes. So now you, as the child minder at that point in time, you went above to maybe get your son or any of your child clothes that you just bought new. They've not even worn it. You bought it new. So you use it, you wash that baby and you change that baby into that new clothes. When the mother comes and you tell the mom, look, see what happened, my baby have not worn this, and the mom will be very happy. This is you doing something extra. You've not hurt the baby, you've not gone against the baby's human rights, but you have done a very wonderful thing. Okay, we are to make them become independent, not to make them remain in the same position. They, yeah, if you were here when I talked about involving them in their care, that is what you are saying. Involving, letting them do some things for themselves, that is exactly what you were saying. Maybe you just joined us, Stephanie. Maybe you just joined us. But that statement she made can also be an interview question where they would ask you, how do you make sure that the residents maintain their independence? Or how do you make sure that the residents are not fully dependent on you? Okay? So the answer is like what I said before, involving them in their care, allowing them to do some things for themselves. For example, if you are giving them wash, you allow them to wash their face, you allow them to do this one, you allow them to make choice of their clothes, you want to offer them food, you give them choices and allow them to make decision what they like. You know, this is, I know you just joined us. This is you giving them the opportunity to still do what they can do. So not we doing everything for, I think I've said it before. Not we doing everything for them. Okay, so going back to what I was saying, when you have gone above and beyond to do something, there are so many things we do on a daily basis for the resident that is not even in their care plan, but is still within the law. For example, I've got a resident, this is me answering the question. I've got a resident who want to go to the park, okay, and we were busy in the unit. We couldn't create time to take that resident to the park because the resident have got this is story I'm telling you. Story, the resident have got days they can go to the park, so somebody from the community comes to take them to go to the park. It is not in our schedule because if somebody leaves from the unit to go to the park, the staff will be short staffed. So somebody comes from the community, somebody has been assigned from the community to do so. And on that fateful day, they have refused their medication to say that they must go to the park. Okay, so what I did was to talk to the resident and say to the resident, take your medication. During my break time, I will take you to the park. So they took their medication. During my break time, I took them to the park with my break time. It was unpaid. They don't pay it. I took them to the park with my break time, walked him or her around the park, and when he was satisfied, we came back. This resident was so happy that I was able, because he knows that he is not supposed to go to the park on that very day. So this is me going above, using my break time to satisfy a resident. And this is me also, if you guys remember, why do you want to become a healthcare assistant? Because I love to make them happy. This is me manifesting what I have said before. So these things, they link, they are together. One of them will link to each other, the other one will link to each other. So they are linked. If you have any question, you are free to ask me. If you have any contribution, you are free to come up and contribute. I don't know it all. I can never know it all. I only improve on the ones I have known. And I try to learn new things every day. So somebody can even have a better idea about a particular concept. So I don't know it all on this platform. Yeah, Stephanie, you are welcome.
what you are teaching is very good. The new care has really need this because it's not. This job is not easy. It's not easy when you are new inside, when you are new in the system, when you are new in everything. Though you were doing it in your country, but here is very, very different. What we are doing is very good. I have a question for you. Can I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Just imagine you are going to work in the morning. You are rushing because if you delay, you might miss your boss. Then on your way, you meet someone that need your help. What will you do?
That need my help.
Yeah.
Just my help. You don't want to be particular, just my help.
You meet someone that need help, and you are the only one there at that time passing.
I would help.
But you are rushing because your boss will soon be there. And if you waste time, you will miss the bus.
Well,
And you will reach work late.
Well, the thing is, like I asked you before, what kind of help? I don't know, but if it is not defined that the person needs help, like help, I would help. So that's why I'm asking, what kind of help? Is it that the person is unconscious? What kind of help will I render at that point?
Yeah,
just to,
like maybe
just
you
to
have to call 999.
exactly. So I would render that help, and I will call my care home or my manager, whoever that is involved, and inform them. And when the right person takes over, I will continue with the shift I'm going. I won't leave the person to run because I'm running late. No. What if it's me?
Oh, okay. I asked because that is a question that came during an interview, and many people that was coming, that the newcomers really, all of them failed the question.
What did they say?
They said they are going to work, they need to reach work on time.
No, I cannot leave you. I like to teach people. I like to teach people to ask questions during interview. What I mean by asking question, making a question clear. Like if you remember the first time I said what kind of help.
Yeah.
So it's if an interviewer asks me that question, I will say to him or her, what kind of help? It depends what type of help. Is it that the person is unconscious and they need ambulance to come? I can't leave the person. I am a carer. A carer is a carer everywhere. Yes? If I take a resident to hospital and we have finished appointment, we go to the transport unit to wait for transport. There are other people there. You see, what I do is, in fact, if I'm a regular visitor in a hospital and those people comes the same time, they must have noticed my face. Do you know what I do? Of course, my resident, I know if they like coffee or tea, but I will still ask them. Yes? So once I make whatever drink they want, everybody in that place, what do you like? I will ask all of them. And whatever thing you say you like, tea, coffee, chocolate, I will go there and make it with biscuit and bring it for you. Why? I am a carer. So I know that they are vulnerable. So anybody that needs my help at any point in time is vulnerable. Yes? So I should help. Okay, I should help the person. If it's to call 999, I should call ambulance. I should call ambulance. And when ambulance takes over, I have to continue with my job. But still, I will have to call my home to inform them that I've got emergency where I am. I am running late. It is as simple as that. It is not a crime to run late. It's never a crime to run late. You can. It is. How did they say it? It is better late than never. Yes.
Yeah.
So that is it. That will be my answer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, if you're on one-to-one with someone,
Stephanie, 1 minute.
yeah.
Let's give Mr. Frank.
Okay.
You know, men don't talk too much. So when they want to talk, I like to give them opportunity to talk. You might just want to say something and go down. Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank.
Yes, hello, good day.
Good day.
I greet the house.
Your background is noisy. So when you go to a place that is less noisy, you can send your request back. Okay, Stephanie, you can go ahead. Hey, Sister Shizzy is here. Sister Shizzy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm just listening.